The month of May is finished. Which areas in Calgary performed the best and which areas of Calgary have performed the worst this past month? The area of the city which had the worst performance this past year, when we're looking at year over year comparison, this past month, it was close, right, between two areas. But again, it was the Northeast at 7.5% reduction year over year. The area of the city which performed the best was the West District of Calgary. Now, it's been a while since the West has actually seen a decrease. But this year over year, when we're comparing this past May to last year's May, 0.5% reduction in prices. Now, when we go back to Calgary's numbers here, again, you have to look at this from 4 different property types. You can't look at this as one whole market. And even within these property sectors, I've mentioned a million times, different parts of the city are performing differently. As you can see, detached, 2.4% decrease. Again, this is all across Calgary. Semi-detached, only 1%. Again, semi-detached, super bullish on. Townhouses and row, as you can see, 6.4% year over year. And then apartments are continuing to get crushed at 9.1% year-over-year decrease. For sales, we have a 15.5% year-over-year decrease, which sounds big, and it is big, but I'll show you in a second that again, most of that when you take a look at it is apartment decrease in sales and townhouses as well. Detached and duplex, depending where you are in the city, don't have nearly that reduction. For new listings, 12.7% decrease year over year. This is again an interesting trend that continues. It's not too surprising that a lot of people now, because the market's turning and the market's getting softer, are not listing their homes as much as they were before. So we have less homes coming up for sale in the market. And that's why if you look at inventory, 0.1%, pretty much no change in inventory. So we have the same amount of homes listed right now and last year this time. Now, if we go into the numbers a little bit more, if you look at the year-to-date data over here, so for detached year-to-date, that's comparing January 1st of this year to today, compared to January 1st of last year to this time last year. So for detached, in terms of sales, there's a 4% decrease. Again, you saw the overall number was 15.5%, but for detached specifically, it's a 4% decrease. For semi-detached, 4% lower. For townhouses, 16%, and for apartments, 28%. So you can see apartments are actually selling much worse than what that overall number shows, which is why you don't want to look at overall numbers. You want to look at what, based on each property type within different areas, is actually selling. If you look at detached, when it comes to year-over-year price change, the worst places, as you can see, for detached are Northeast, North, and also East. Those 3 areas you can see have the biggest price changes year over year. But if you look at City Center right up here, if you take a look at Northwest and West, they haven't changed that much year over year. Now, for apartments, it's always a bloodbath whenever you're looking at the numbers. If you look at the areas which are performing the worst, I mean, every area is not doing good, but the worst would be Northeast. 13% year-over-year decrease, North 10%, and then also East at 13%. For duplexes, the Northeast and East performed the worst, while the Northwest, West, and you can also say City Center performed pretty decent. I mean, for the Northwest, for duplexes, it had a year-over-year 2% increase in price. So for townhouses, you can see that the Northeast, 11%, East 11.5% obviously performed the worst. You can even throw North in there with 8.68% decrease. If you look over here in the corner, City of Calgary total sales. So what the chart is showing is year-to-date May, so it's January 1st of this year to right now, and it's comparing year-to-dates of for years prior. So for 2025, 2024, this time from January 1st to this time in those years. And you can see that year-to-date so far, we're lower than 2025, 24, 23, 2, 1. However, we're still quite a bit higher than 2020, 19, 18, 17, 16. Anyways, that's the update for today. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content similar to this. In the comment section down below, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section down below. And if you want to go over this data in more detail and with super precision in any specific areas or any specific property types, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your June. Bye.